All right, this is my review and the first burn of my polka dot white Mesa solo stove tabletop fire pit. As you can see my VW bus in the background, this is what I'm going to keep in my car for when I do my camping trips. I have a little fire pit and cooktop. So if this is something you're interested in, let's get started. All right, so this is my new solo stove Mesa. They come in a couple of different sizes. They got the Mesa and the Mesa XL. Come in a few different colors, which of course you can find links below. But it's starting to finally cool off here, and we're gonna get a fire going tonight. I'm waiting for the sun to go down. So I figure it's about time to take out my little solo stove Mesa, and maybe I'll burn that with some pellets, and we'll play with that as well. This is the one I'm keeping in my VW bus that I'm going to use for different camping trips. All right, so I'm just going to pull this out of the box and we'll come right back to it. All right, taking it out of the boxes, it comes in this really good drawstring bag. And you have your smoke ring, and you have your stand. Right, the stand will just unfold and click open. And you sit it on a flat surface. Your solo stove fits on it, and your smoke ring goes on top of that. Comes with, like I said, the carrying bag. So these are great because this model now comes with a built-in pellet screen. Let me show you what one of the other ones look like. The earlier style had this large mesh, which is perfect for putting wood in, but if you're wanting to run pellets, it came with a pellet adapter, which you would slide it in there so you could run pellets. Okay, for fuel, you can go either two ways. You can make little mini logs. These are a little bit too big, but I can cut them down, but this is set up for my Mesa XL. So you can start a little fire in there with mini logs without having to change any kind of pellet adapters. Or like I'm gonna do with the small ones, with the Mesas, and I'm gonna only burn pellets in these. Right, so all I gotta do is fill this up, which I will do, I don't want to spill too many. And then I'm gonna use the tumbleweed fire starters. Now these are a little bit big, but they will do the job really quick. And of course we have the tool kit out. We have the tool kit out, so we'll be able to roast our marshmallows and then put a lid on it when we are done. Okay, so I've loaded up full of pellets. I put one tumbleweed in the center, which that's probably gonna be too big, but we'll see. We'll get this started. If I can make this lighter work. And we're just gonna give this a little bit of time, get it to ignite. Okay, at this point, you would put the ring on top of it, which makes the smoke go back over the fire and keeps the smoke out of your face. I'm not quite ready to do that yet because I wanted to show you this piece. This ring is set up to do the same thing, deflect the smoke, but you'll be able to put a pot, or a tea kettle or something like that on the top of it and still be able to feed the flames through this part and still have the benefit of smokeless. I'm gonna take this off before it gets too hot. Then we're gonna put the smoke ring into place. And then we're going to come back shortly and see what's happening with our little fire. As you can see, with just in a few minutes, we've got a nice fire going and no smoke. I wanted to give you an idea of some of the other sizes. Like I said, this is going to be for camping in my VW bus, so I want to keep them as small as possible. This is also the other tabletop. This is the Mesa XL. As you can see, my little logs that I made fit nicely into there. You could even go one step further down. This is the camp stove. It's called the Lite. That's where these lids come from. And you could burn real small pieces of wood or pieces of branch, bark, or you could put on the pellet adapter and be able to run pellets in it. And all you have to do is carry yourself around a couple of bags full of pellets. But either way, keep the size as small as possible. And this one, you could also put a ring on it and have it as a bigger cooktop. As you can see, this is starting to really take off here. It's going to generate quite a bit of heat. Again, every one of these products, I'll put a link to the bottom in the description where you can find it on Amazon and make it nice and easy for you. Since I am an Amazon affiliate, I do get a little bit of a compensation for directing traffic over to them. But at least it's safe and the quickest way to get it. All right, as my polka dot burns in the background, you can see the amount of heat that it's putting out. I wish you could feel it. Maybe I'll get my temperature gauge. But I wanted to show you a couple other colors that they come in. There's the green, of course, the white, and this one they call water, which is blue. Again, some of these colors they discontinue or they put them aside. I don't know exactly how that works, but some of these colors become no longer available. But I will do my best to find a link to each one of these colors and put those below in the description. Okay, so this has been burning about 15 minutes now. And it is putting off plenty of heat. And the base is still relatively warm. But you get up to the top and it gets really hot. All right, so I'm just gonna see how long this is gonna burn. And we'll come back to it a little bit later before we fire up the big fire pit. Look how the smoke gets caught inside the ring of fire. Now it will not escape until it completely diminishes. That's pretty trippy. And still no smoke. Nice afternoon solo stove tabletop burn. All right, check out the flame tower on my solo stove Mesa tabletop fire pit. Sweet. You can feel the heat coming off of this. It's compact size. I'm just burning wood pellets. No smoke. Check the link below. What a combination. Solo stoves and VW buses. Who's ready for a little camping trip? Stick around, there's gonna be a big fire tonight. Okay, the flames have subsided, but the heat is still, I'm afraid I'm gonna overheat the camera. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put more pellets in it and watch the amount of smoke that it's gonna create until it starts flaming up. In fact, let's give it a good pour. I hope I didn't smother it. All right, so we're gonna let it heat it up, and we're gonna get a ton of smoke. Going to drive everybody crazy, but it's missing one element. It needs three things for it to burn. It needs fuel, it needs heat, and it needs oxygen. Oh, look at that. We have fire. And now, no smoke. And there's all the smoke gets trapped around the ring of flames. Let's let this thing heat back up. Okay, during the burn, my son came over and he's got a rambunctious little puppy, so we had to take this and move this out of the way real quick before she got in here and knocked it over. As you can see, it's still burning like crazy, so we're gonna go ahead and move this back onto the patio. Okay, without burning up my camera, I'm trying to get a close-up in there. You can see how these have these vent holes that go all the way around, as you can see on the bonfire. And that's the whole trick. It keeps circulating the oxygen, pushing it back through, and it controls the flame that way. That's pretty exciting. All right, so this thing's been burning almost an hour already. How about that? And we've done one little bucket of pellets there. All right, about an hour later, still has some glowing embers in there and lots of heat coming off of it, so we can't pack it up just yet. We're waiting for it to cool off so we can put it back in its bag. All right, that's it for this one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Come along with me on this adventure as I play with my solo stoves, work on cars, and do pretty much anything I want in my retirement. Thanks for watching Filet TV. Ciao. As you can see on the clock, it's 4 o'clock here, and I've let this completely burn out. The top is still just a little tiny bit warm, and this is what's left. I'm sure there's still a few embers. Yeah, I can feel the heat. Okay, so either way, I'm going to dump the rest of this out. And then we fold up the legs, drop the legs back in. I'm going to put this ring inside there because that's where I store it. And I'm going to put this one back in there. And then it's going to go back into its carrying bag, one-handed. Let's try that. It's got a drawstring. And we stow it back in the bus. That's it.